Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show. And good to have you, Mike.
Good to be here.
All right. I was kind of worried about you there. The road's a little bad at places. I didn't know if you'd make it or not, but glad to have you with me. Anyway, well, okay, here was the plan. I'll tell you, we had something set up. We were going to try to, Mike was going to be here in the studio, and I was over at the fishing show, and we were going to do a little bit of live show over there with me and Glenn Reynolds and some of the people milling around in the fishing show looking at boats there, and anyway, that didn't happen. So, but we haven't give up on the ideal, and we may do next week's show Saturday. Yeah. Over there, Mike, and that kind of thing, or at least a part of it. Whatever we'll have to get with Herschel on that. But anyway, I know the Lady Vols are playing, and I'm hoping it's halftime. You're getting to watch the show here. The fishing show, I'll give you a little insight on that here in a little bit. But we've got, I want to say hello to Dad, Bill, and Polly, and Gay. I know they're up there watching. And we've got some fishing film on Dale Hollow, Mike.
We do. I talked to Dad there this evening and told him that you was going over to the show and all that, and he said that he couldn't teach you anything anyway. So
yeah, that sounds about right, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, yeah.
He's a mess, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. He's something else. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Anyway, we kind of got that going on, and we're going to show the fishing film, and then I do have 10 or 12 minutes of filming that I done at the show because we were, planning on doing it. We didn't get to do it over there, and I had to come back over here to do this live show. Wouldn't miss it for nothing. But anyway, we're going to show this fishing film, and then going to come back and let Mike talk about how we caught our fish, and what we discovered and that kind of thing.
Well, we was planning on staying out Dale Holler for 4 or 5 days, but that weather turned on us pretty quick there Sunday, and we decided as cold as it was going to get and as bad as it was going to get, we didn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So we come on back.
Yeah.
We got 2 days in.
Yeah, we did. We packed up in a hurry and pulled out right after dark.
Sure did.
Mike, I was back home at 9 o'clock, and you right behind me. So anyway, we just hated to leave. We felt like the fish we'd kind of got a little idea of what to do out there on the fish and that kind of thing. So we're going to go to the film and then come back and talk about what we found. Yeah. All right, Mike, I should be filming right there, I guess. Hope I am.
Light on?
Yeah, lights on, Mike. Well, folks, we're here on Dale Hollow, and we can't find the big camera of Mike's, and my camera, I left it in my truck, and so we're going to use this little camera and hope it's working. And perfect day. It's probably about 2 o'clock. We got getting a late start, but we had to drive out here this morning. Got Bill with us. He's with Max right now. They're getting dressed and getting in Max's boat. So Max Meredith, and we're going out here and see if we can locate these smallmouth. We're going to try to fish a couple of days and all that kind of stuff. Remember the sponsors, folks, and beautiful down here, beautiful as usual. So lake looks like it's down probably 10, 12 feet. And Mike's already got fish on the depth finder. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mike, looking good. Looking good. That's where they're supposed to be, right there. All right, we're going out here and try them a lick. We'll get back with you and we get some fishing done. Well, wait just a minute now, Mike. I just now got the camera on, and you can tell all that again.
I said he's short, but he's chunky.
Yeah, pretty fish, Mike. You got that white, cold weather color to him too, ain't he?
Well, he's a nice morning, yeah.
Okay, folks, we're back down here, out here on Saturday at Center Hill. Dale Hollow Lake, and Mike and George got a guest with us today, George Cox, Uncle George. Let's Go Fishing. Remember the sponsors, and there you go, Mike. I see the bait. That's cheating. You're supposed to have a live minnow. All right, we're back at it, folks.
All right, Steve's got one on here on that buggy whip.
Yeah.
He ain't a big one, but he's a good one. Another nice smallie.
Yeah. See that right there now, Mike? That's how you do that.
Yeah, you say so.
Yeah, you say so. Okay. Take the trolling motor.
All right.
6 pound test line. That'll weigh a mini fish in this thing. There he is, Mike.
Yes, sir. Nice one.
Nice one, too. Pretty fish. Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Man, that is a nice. Huh.
Yeah. That's
All
a good
right,
little
buddy.
chunk.
Back in the water.
Back in the water.
There you go, Mike.
Okay.
There on top of him.
Yeah, Steve's got another one on here.
Next cast, Mike. The next cast.
Next cast, too.
Yeah, we're just handling him easy. He's shaking his head and swimming around.
Yeah, he's down there on that thing.
Oh yeah. He ain't big as that other one, but he's a nice fish.
Yeah.
Look at him there,
There you go.
Mike.
I see him.
That gun, where's my bait at? Where's
He
that
swallowed
bait
it.
at,
He
Mike?
swallowed it.
He swallowed it, dude. He
Yeah.
meant to get it. He wasn't no doubt about it. He was swimming in his mouth there. You see him there, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Right,
Sure
way
do.
down in there, just right. The only way he could have got off was break my line, and I wasn't about to let that happen.
Okay. Get you another.
Get me another. Well, my dadgummit, come out there. Well, take these gloves off and get the hook out of it.
Get the clip. There you go.
Dadgummit. I've had that hook poked out twice.
All right. We're going to get it.
Okay, now, folks, this right here really happened. Now, you see, I see Mike's bait in his mouth and my bait in his mouth. Now, there's something going on here. All right, Mike, that's what's going on right there. Get them fish off there and give me my bait.
Big Lord, man, he's hungry.
Yeah, he was hungry. Now, that right there, Mike set the hook and then I set the hook. And that son of a gun had both of us. So that's all right, Mike. He's hungry. Look at them black spots on him there. Okay, we're back at it.
Good Lord, man.
Good largemouth, pretty fish. All right.
The dark one there.
All right, folks. Mike's got another big smallie on right here now. Attaboy, Mike. Got a little more color to him. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. Attaboy. All right. There you go, Mike. Attabuddy. Okay, that's 3 smallies and a largemouth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bud. Don't lose her spot now, Mike. I want to catch another.
All right.
All right, good deal. If you don't watch him, folks, he'll hog it on you. You got to watch him. All right. Uncle George has got one on here back here now, folks. Oh, that's a big largemouth. Yeah, man, pretty fish. Pretty fish. Yeah, boy. Nice. Got him. Got him. Oh, look, what a belly on that son of a gun. Dadgum, man. That fish is not that long, but he's about as wide as he is long. Man, he's got a belly on him, son. Can you get him?
Fishing.
You want some needle nose?
Yeah, it's in that bone.
Well, buddy, poor old Mike, I swear. Don't know how come to get the pliers put back up, but we did.
What is that? 3 and 2 now?
Yeah. Yep. Looking good, boys. I tell you, are. All right, back in the water. There he goes. Good job, bud.
Here, let's see what he's got here. Oh, that's a big smallie. Tiny.
I don't catch them junk fish like you do, Mike.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Boy, he's jumping now.
I'm fishing for one thing, and he's got brown back. Good fish, Steve. Yeah, it's a good fish. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Mike, you gonna net him?
Yeah, I'll put the net under him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You get him back to Oliver Springs, I'll put the net under him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Boy, he's pretty there, Mike. Look
Yeah, nice Smalley.
Yeah, got good color to him there and everything. Yeah. I knowed he couldn't stand that. Oh, that minnow swimming around over there in front of him. Ah, come here. Mine's slipping. There we go.
Wave that Bill Nichols in behind you there. Show him what one looks like, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see
It's
him.
all right. It's all right.
Hey!
That's number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mike,
All
back
right.
in the water.
Back in the water, too. Catch him again.
Break rail gunner, but I see a boy on it.
I told them
He
when
just now come on it.
right there where it comes out, I catch a lot of smallmouth right there.
I caught enough.
Are you
right one
taking
place right
pictures?
there, son.
Well, there's
I
duck
caught
hunting.
enough
I've
off
got a
one
good
place.
crowd.
They're
Stop
blowing
and
my
take-
nose.
I didn't get you doing that, but anyway, I've got a good crowd right here, and I want to get you on film with me. Right here in the middle of the Wolf River on Dale Hollow Lake, and it's Eagle. What do they call it? Eagle Fest or something like that.
Eagle watch.
Eagle Watch. Yeah, we saw boats come by and looking for the bald eagles, and we saw one yesterday. Me and Mike did, and so that's what's going on here.
Minnow Max has already seen 3 this morning.
Seen 3 eagles this morning, so they're beautiful birds, folks. Y'all all know that for sure. But I wanted to get you guys on film here with me and let people know that I'm not just make sure that I got witnesses. I'm down here.
That you're working and not goofing off.
Yeah, that's right. I'm working and not goofing off.
How many we caught this morning?
We've got 6 in the boat, 4 smallies and 2 largemouth, and you guys have got two fish in the boat. Okay,
2 smallmouth.
2 smallmouth. So we're going to get back at them here in a few minutes and see if we can't increase that catch. Mike, he don't believe in a dip net, so if you got to just lip them in.
Throw mine in.
Yeah. You can do it without breaking your
You're right.
rod.
I heard that story.
All right. All right, Mike's got a big smallmouth on right here, folks. Atta boy, Mike. That's a good one. Yeah, man. I guess you want me to get the net, don't you?
Yeah.
Huh? I will. Yeah, it'll be your fingers. Watch him now, George. He breaks his rods and everything else there, I'm telling you.
Another good fish, man.
Another good fish. Another good fish. Yeah, boy, Mike, pretty. Nice, Smalley. All right, get you another one, bud. I believe you're kind of cheating on us a little bit. All right, folks, Mike's got another smallmouth on here in the boat. Atta boy, Mike.
That's a nice one, too.
That's a nice one. That's number 7, ain't it?
I think so.
All right, good deal, buddy. That nip net worked good, Mike.
Yep, that works good.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. All right, George has got a big smallie on here, folks. Oh, man, George. Dang, that's a nice one, son. Atta boy. All right, baby. You want the net, don't you?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
see the net.
Okay. Atta buddy.
Pretty.
Yeah, he is. You got him there, son.
If I get down, you might have to help me up.
Well, you want me to get him?
Grab him.
Oh. He's about to come loose. He's got him.
Good job.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Atta boy, George. Pretty fish. Pretty fish.
Here's a Bill Dance.
All right, man. Looks good. Kadoki.
Tubes in there that run up through there, keep it all separated.
supposed to put his rods in here or what have you. There you go. Well, the light hadn't come up yet, Mike. All right, Mike's got her first fish here today. Yeah, pretty nice little smallmouth, Mike. Uh-huh. Yeah, boy. All right. Ease him right up here, old buddy. Oh, yeah. There you go, Mike. All right, folks. We here on Dale Hollow. Mike and I, that's our first fish. And, yeah, buddy, got a phone call here. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, are you doing any good? Well, Mike just got her first bite, the smallmouth. We're back in a little old pocket here, and that fish wasn't what, Mike, 10, 12 foot deep? Yeah. Yeah, it's just 17 feet where the boats are setting, but the fish are, yeah, we think we might have a little pattern going here now.
All right, Steve got one.
Yeah, Mike, after missing two, it's about time I hook up on one.
Yeah. A little smallie.
See that ice in them guides there, don't you, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Wind making it a little cool.
Get him up here in a second. All right, Tim. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy. Yeah, look at the color of that fish, Mike.
Yeah.
He's just right.
Yeah, yeah, he
He
sure
ain't
is.
all pale white.
Nope.
Which he wasn't out there at deep either.
No, he
But-
sure wasn't. Sure wasn't.
Yeah. He ain't a monster by no means, but he's pretty. Look what's in his mouth there, Mike.
We
Look
got
what a
that.
crawdad. Do you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Look what a crawdad in his mouth.
yes, sir.
He swallowed him tail first. That's his pincher sticking up there.
Yeah, it sure is.
Can you see him?
Oh, yeah.
See what color he is, don't you?
Yeah.
Black and a little bit of blue and orange tips on him.
Yeah.
Man, that's a big crawdad. There
Big
you go,
crawdad.
bro. Keep that in your mouth.
All right.
All right, Mike's got a fish on there. Yeah. Attaboy, Mike. Yes, sir.
On the boat, show him right there, right quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it there, Mike. I hope I ain't got it too close.
Where he was at.
That's where he is at, too. Okay, Mike, get you another.
A little largemouth in here on this point.
What do you say, Mike?
Yeah, that's a dandy little old largemouth. Sitting here on this wind-blowed point here, and around here on going in the back of this holler.
Yeah. I want to thank Edgemore for finding us them baits, Mike.
Yeah, bud.
All right, here we go, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Looked like you done pretty decent, Mike. I wanted a little better picture of that crawdad in that fish's mouth, though.
Yeah, we didn't have the wrist thing on to see what we was looking at, but we figured we was getting a pretty good shot, but we was using a little bitty camera, and it done us a pretty good job, I guess, showing them fish.
It done a good job.
But you
Mike.
could see the difference between Saturday's fishing and Sunday's fishing there when we was trying to hide, because it was a white capping out there and it was getting cold and rough.
It sure did, Mike. Ain't no doubt about it. Hey, folks, why it's I forgot this a minute ago. I had my mental note made to welcome back Edgemore Outdoors as her a sponsor of the show, and I want to thank them for getting back with us, and really appreciate them doing it, and missed them badly. I enjoy going over there when I had a time to do that, and sit and listen to the fishermen come in there and tell fishing what they were fishing with, and part of the time, and what they were catching, and that it's just a gang of fishermen, and it was always fun to see Jim's I don't know, people coming in that he knew and a lot of people he didn't know. See his customers, you know, coming in and just listening to the fishing tales and the bait stories and on and on and on. So really enjoy that. Glad they're back with us. So we'll take this call, Mike, and then we're going to discuss the fishing. All right. Ready, Herschel? Okay. Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Ed. How are you, man?
Pretty good.
Good.
I just want to say, you guys must have some Eskimo blood in you, because I can't stand it when it gets cold like that.
Well, I don't know about that, Ed, about the Eskimo blood, but we put on plenty of clothes, and you know, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of that old suit, that old black suit I wear, I've had that thing ever since the Minute Check was in business down here on the turnpike, and it's goose down, but now they got a lot of this new technology. They got these jackets and stuff nowadays, Ed, that just, you know, out of the world for cold weather.
Well, let me ask you this. What was that? Was that bait you always using? Are those money minutes?
No, Mike's got them laying here.
Yeah.
It was the
Reaction. Innovation.
Reaction Innovations was one of them.
Little
And
dippers,
then we was throwing a Zoom, and then we had
Zoom there and 6-inch.
the net baits. I think was one of the couple of ones we was throwing.
Big Bite's
They
got
those
one.
big flat tails on them, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, pogo tail is what we call it, just a round nubby tail that floats back and forth. Yeah.
I got some that they call them money minutes.
Yeah, those work too. You know, it's just in the plant. And honestly and truly, we could not get them fish to hit a higher fly. Bill caught a couple of fish on a higher fly, but we all throwed it. Now, when I was out there last year in February, man, it was just higher fly. You know, brown and chartreuse, yellow and chartreuse. But we threw all those good colors on Friday afternoon. We first got there and never got a bite on them. So
That Uncle George Cox in the back there looked like he was throwing a little plug there.
No, he was throwing a little George. He sure was. A tailspin. He was throwing that chartreuse little George and caught 2 good fish on it.
That's right.
So he sure did.
I was wondering about that. I couldn't tell exactly what it was.
Yeah.
The one you was throwing didn't have no tail at all. It was just
No,
a little old straight stick.
It was, I was throwing a little old minnow there that didn't have a swimmy tail on it. It was just straight in the back. Sure did. But, Jim.
I'll let you get back to the show. I was just curious about what y'all was throwing.
Okay, Ed, and I'm going to tell you right quick. I don't care to tell you. I always, you know, there's some fish being caught on these baits right now at Norris and Center Hill. I talked to some boys at the show tonight that come from Center Hill, and they're catching them on these baits right now, and because they're just real slow moving, and you know, like the minnows are.
Well, okay, good talk to you.
Good talk to you, Ed. Pleased to see you, bud. All right.
Like I say,
Okay,
between the Zoom and this is a big bite,
Yeah.
and you know, not much difference at all in them. And this is the reaction minnow, and that we was throwing, and I was throwing it on a 3/16 lead head, shoving a little weed guard on it, which probably didn't need it at Dale Holler. But, you know, and that's all I was throwing on it. And there's some of the smaller ones that we throwed. I don't think the size really mattered at all. I mean, you can fish it without the weed guard, but it ain't much different than what you're fishing on the A-rigs.
No.
You know, about the same bait that you're fishing on the A-rigs. But some reason or other, them fish liked it, and they sure didn't like a hair fly, that's for sure.
No, they surely didn't. It was taboo on the hire.
But you could see the groups of shiners down there minnows. I mean, I'm talking shiners. George, he netted some out behind his houseboat and had been fishing with them out there past couple of weeks and stuff. And the shiners or the shad that he had, they was 6 inches or better. I mean, they was whopper shads that he was netting up back there. And he said he had to put them things in that basket and let them swim around out there for a week or to toughen up. Said if he didn't, said you put them on your hook and throw them out there, and said they was dead before they hit the bottom. And he said you put them in that basket and let them swim around in there for a week, and said you put them on there and they'd live a pretty good while out there swimming around.
Yeah, that's so. He's fooled with that live bait fishing out there for a long time, Mike, and so he kind of clued us in on some of the tricks there, and that's one of them is putting your bait in a basket and give them several days to toughen up. You know, you're going to carry them around out there on the boat. But they drift with those live minnows at times, and then they anchor out and kind of let the fish come to them.
Yeah, they sure do. He said he likes to fish them points out there with them live bait.
Yeah, but that's well and good. If I was catching one every few minutes, I could probably get into that. But you know, I like to think I'm hunting them instead of them hunting me.
Well, that's true.
They may not show up.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that crappie fishing in a way, when you know where they're at and you sit on top of them and drop straight down to them. And it's, of course, he does that and then throws one out and lets it swim around too. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Them fish can't stand them big minnows and running around like that.
That's exactly right, Mike. That's true. Folks, I've got 10 or 12 minutes of film that I shot over here at the fishing show, and we're going to show that whenever Herschel gets ready. Anything else about the fishing, Mike? You know, before we go to that.
Well, that water on Sunday was 46 degrees and stuff up there both days, but the water up the river seemed to have a little more color to it than what it was where we was fishing down the river and up the mouth of the Wolf there. I don't know whether you could say that the fish was that much different, but we caught them a little shallower up there in the Wolf on Saturday than what we did Sunday. I caught that one there back of that holler that all them others seemed to be out there around that 30-foot mark.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think the watercolor, it's you know, it's just like anything else. The main river had the color to it. When you started off the main channel back into the coves, the farther back into them, the clearer the water got, because all the muddy water was done out in the main channel and it was clearing up. I definitely think that the watercolor had an effect on, you know, the death of the fish and the baits that they wanted to strike.
Yes.
Without a doubt. You would have thought that in that muddy, dingy water, where stained water there on Dale Hollow, usually it's pretty clear, man, that fish went berserk, and they may have. We just, you know, the wind and we had ice freezing in our guides all day long.
Yes, sir.
And you know, you take and swish it around the water a little bit and melt the ice down. And then the time you got it back in and cast it out, it was back in there again.
Back in there again, it sure was.
Yeah. But heck, we've caught fish doing that. And you know, it's just getting on the right bait, getting in position to catch them, because we've caught them in them conditions all of our life, Mike. You know, and they got to eat, and what happens, and the water cools down, all the bait fish get slowed down, they start dying out, and they swim crazy and do all that crazy stuff, Mike, and sinking down, and them fish just kind of gorge herself, really.
They sure do.
They,
They
you
sure
know,
do.
if they, you know, when something's hitting you right in the face, it's hard to keep from biting it, and that's the way they are. So we try to present them a bait that's moving slow and right down there, you know, and a lot of those fish we caught, they was 3 or 4 caught on the cast, but most of them was caught on right at the
Yes,
boat.
sir. Yes, sir. You can
moving it.
go down through there beating the banks and trying to find one, and then you can go through there when they're out deeper with the depth finder, say 15 foot or deeper, and you see them on the depth finder. You can right down on top of them and catch them and hold on top of them. That second one I caught, we was sitting on a dang school there, and I throwed right back and missed one, and it let it fall back down again, and missed another one, and got my bait fixed there and throwed back, and then got another strike and missed him right there. And they was at school. You seen them on the depth finder there. It was right under us, and
Right.
We got moved off of them and
Okay.
couldn't get back on them there. But they definitely, when they get in a school like that, you can sure get loaded in a hurry right there.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt about it. And but as far as those baits, you probably heard me there on the camera, thanking Ed's More Outdoors for having them.
Yes, sir.
They've got them.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a good supply and a good variety of these plastic baits, and not just for the bass. They've got them for the crappie and the trout and what have you, let alone with all the live bait over there.
Yeah, them minnows, they're deadly on them crappies.
Yeah, them minnows are deadly on them crappies. So anyway, we're going to cut to this film that I shot over here tonight at the fishing show with Reynolds Racing and Marine, another sponsor of the show, and got some nice boats and some side-by-sides over there. So we'll cut to that and then come back and talk about that, Mike. Hold on. Won't take us but a second.
Yeah, I can't wait to go over to the show myself.
Okay, we had a little miscue there coming back to us. I've been in that building there today, Mike, and ever since before dinner time today. I don't know what the weather forecast is, and you guys are telling me it's supposed to snow again. I don't know. The show's going to go tomorrow. I think it starts at.
Well, I tell you right now, if it's too bad to work, it's okay to go to the show. I come hired of going down and drowning a minute there today.
Yeah, I got out there yesterday and took the shovel and the snow shovel and shoveled 2 tracks out of my basement door, and Sherry came out and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to get where I can get the boat out."
That's right.
Yeah, she said, right. "Well, you're crazy." I said, "That's all right."
I heard that.
Yeah. I said, "I already know that." Yeah, I had her convinced I was shoveling tracks out to get the boat out.
Yeah, I seen that thing snow melting on that concrete there. I said, "Shoot, man, get to the lake now."
Yeah, that's right. I guarantee you can catch him.
I went across the bridge down there at Little Emery when went over to the recycling thing there, and most of it was froze up, but right through and under the bridge and going back out down through there was still thawed out good. So I was sure that you could get in down Bayside or Blue Springs or somewhere to get in the water. I don't think it's froze up that bad.
All right. I hear you, Mike. Okay, folks, we're going to try it again. Go ahead, Herschel. Hey, folks, I'm over here at the fishing show at the Expo Center and with Reynolds Racing and Marine, and I'm going to walk through here and show you some of these fine boats that Glenn's got. Then I've got some people I want to talk to and get them on camera and, just kind of look things over. I'm going to go down the road here, look at this bullet. Beautiful bullet. If you're interested in a bullet boat, Glenn's got 3 or 4 here. Got several used bullets down down it on this nice looking used boats. If you're not interested in a new one, and just kind of walk around here and look at this boat. Got special show pricing, and I'm going to show you right here. Let's see if I can get this to pull in here. Yeah. Special show price with a Mercury 250 Pro XS is $55,900. From what I've been checking around, pretty good price. Pretty good price on this rig, folks. And it's got a lot of features up here that's fine print that I can't get on my camera, but it's a beautiful, beautiful boat. The blue one and this white with the orange and black. Beautiful boats, both of those. We're going to keep walking right on down through here, and this one bullet right here now has got the 300 stroker on it, you know that 250 price was swapping this motor out, and from what I'm finding out, a lot of the tournaments won't allow you to run the 300s, so that'd be something you might want to check into. Also, beautiful engine and boat rigged out. Then we're in here to the Phoenix. This is a 618. It's with a 175 on it. Got a lot of features. Good looking rig. We're going right on down here and look at these. We had the deal, tried to live stream the show up from over here tonight, but it didn't work out, so I'm shooting this film, going to bring it back to the studio and do our regular Let's Go Fishing show and show some of this film, so that give you a little insight on what you can see over here, especially on these beautiful boats. That's black and white with blacks and a silver pinstripe. Pretty boat. I mean, got a little red in it. Beautiful Phoenix boat. Then we come down here to another Phoenix. It's a gunmetal with white and green stripe, loaded up with all kinds of features, all that kind of stuff. So beautiful, beautiful. You got a big Lowrance HDS 9 there on the dash. I'll tell you what, folks, yeah, got a 225 Pro XS on it. Then we come over here to a maroon flake with some white and gold in it. Pretty color combination. You know, looking at this thing, it's got a 200 on it. And here's a big thing for you tournament fishermen. This rewards point thing from Phoenix is the biggest that I know of. It's $7,000 up to $7,000, and what that is you guys that know how this rewards thing works. If you're fishing out of a Phoenix boat and you got, I think it's more than 60 participants in that tournament, you win that tournament, you could be eligible for another $7,000 bucks. So you need to get over here and get the fine print on that. That is the highest rewards point that I know of on the thing. So you need to get over here and get that info and check these boats out, and then we're going to turn right around here and get some of these these express boats. And folks, I'm going to tell you right now, these things here are built like a battleship. I mean, you know, they take these aluminum boats right here and put 250 horsepower engines on them. And the boat that's running the 250 horsepower engine is the same transom that's in a smaller boat. They don't change a thing, just make the boat smaller, do the same build up and everything on these transom when you're running a 50. So that just goes to tell you how well these things are built. And I've looked at them the last few weeks, pretty dang close. So there you go. They got this, I guess they call it a duck boat or a gator finish, camo finish on this thing. Got aluminum trailer. I mean, you know, you get it dirty, just put the water hose to it and wash it. So even the seats are camo colored, and nice looking boat. got the trolling motor on it and everything. Then you turn right around on the other side of you. Here's another Express that doesn't have the carpet, but it's laid out kind of like a crappie boat or something of that nature. Got the seating for 3 back here. It's got a Yamaha engine on it. It's really nice. It just doesn't have the carpeted inside and all this. Got some live wells, some storage, rod holders, just, all kinds of accessories on this thing. Looking good. And then here's a Glenn's show model here. This is a flat bottom John boat, and it's got I think a 20 horse Merc on it. Yeah, it has. And I thought he told me this thing would be about $5,500, somewhere in that neighborhood. So if you're looking to get on the water reasonably cheap, this right here is a nice looking rig to do about anything you want to do with. So you want to check that out. And here's another Express that you might want to look at. Laid out a little different, a little bigger boat. So, just looking at the magazine, I think there was like umpteen, 15 or 20 different models. They've got catfish boats on these Expresses. They've got crappie boats with bait wells and everything in them. They just, they've got offshore boats, the flats and the bay boats in the magazine. So there's a whole bunch of things to check out on this Express. So anyway, we're going over here and check another one out, and then we're going to get into some four-wheelers. Now right here is one of those bay boats we were talking about, and I think this thing's about 24, 27 foot long. Man, it is a whopper. Center console. It's a bass and bay is exactly how they're listing this thing. And man, it is huge. And now if you need a boat with a lot of room and you're running back and forth to Florida, South Carolina, doing some fishing, this right here might be what you're looking for. Nice looking boat. So come by over here, check this stuff out, and see what we can come up with here. That is a big boat. I'm telling you, got center console, sit-down seats front and aft, and all that. So check the boats out, folks. Hope we get to see you over here at the show. All right, now, Glenn said his theme was fun on land and water. Well, right here is a side-by-side, the Otis 2-seater. Beautiful looking machine. Got all kinds of accessories with it. Tilt bed. I think they got power steering, winches front and back, or tow bar, ever what you want. But get over here and check these things out. The light bar on the top. They can be fully enclosed. This one's open, so you can look in it. So make sure you come by and check out these side-by-sides. I'm going over here and get a picture of another one over here. Okay, folks, now this is a granddaddy of them all. This thing is a 5-seater. It is awesome. I mean, well, I guess in my opinion, it's as big as a Jeep out here on the highway. So it's a 5-seater. Got nice wheels on it. I mean, winch up in the front, lights everywhere. Just, look inside of this thing. I think it even has a heater inside off the engine. 5 seats in the back. Got all the roll bar protection, seat belts, the whole 9 yards. I mean, this thing is nice. And got the dump bed. They have a hitch accessory with a winch on the back, one in the front also, like I said a second ago, and they can enclose this thing for you. So come by over here at the fishing show and check Reynolds Racing and Marine. Look these things over. I'm going to ease over here. Got some Allison boats in, so we're going to check those out. Hope to see you over here at the show. Okay, folks, we also have, Glenn's got 3 different model of Allison boats over here, and XB21 is this white and trimmed in black and gold. Beautiful looking boat, slicked out really nice. I mean, it's got a lot of shine to that. Fiberglass is really slick. There you can see the seating arrangement there. It's kind of a dual console. Check this boat out, really pretty. If you're looking for Allison, some people get one and they won't have nothing else, so that's kind of the deal. And then here we have white with trimmed in red, dual console, loaded out. How you fellas doing? Good. Good, buddy. Good. Can we make you a deal on this boat today?
I don't know. They're nice.
They're nice, man, I'm telling you. All right, folks, we're moving right along. We're coming up on a gray and orange, and this is a little different seating arrangement in this model right here. And we'll see how things go here, but that's what we got to offer, and hope to see y'all tonight at the show. Hey folks, I'm right here as Travis Lehman, and I'm in front of the St. Jude's tournament banner he's got up here, and then I'm going to swing over here. And Travis, tell us a little bit about the tournament, son, coming up.
Well, it's going to be Saturday, May 21st this year. Going to go out of Kingston City Park again on Watts Bar Lake. And, you know, we guaranteed first place again this year, $3,000. We've upped the ante a little bit on 2nd through 5th. And that's going to be based on a minimum of 150 boat entry. We still got the 500 largemouth, 500 smallmouth prizes as well this year. We're hoping to have a good turnout. Had a great year last year. We raised $8,630 through the tournament itself and through some raffles we done the day of the tournament as well, along with sponsor money. So, you know, hopefully this year's a lot bigger and better, and just moving forward.
All right, Travis, I appreciate you. Don't forget you're going to come be on the show a couple of weeks before the tournament. Remind everybody, folks, come by over here at the fishing show and say hello to Travis and get signed up for the tournament.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
Thank you, sir.
All right,
All right,
see
good
you.
deal.
Okay, boy. All right, folks, there's Glenn and Daniel. We got a crowd here around this bass and catfish boat. I'm telling you, Glenn, this is like a barge on wheels right here.
That's a dandy.
It is a dandy. There's no doubt about it. Yes, sir. Dandy. All right. Yeah. Uh-oh, wait a minute, Danny. I forgot you was wanted at the post office. All right, folks. We got 2 young gentlemen here and his son, and you guys getting ready for your first boat? Yeah. All right.
First boat.
Glenn's got them lined up here, and well, I hope you wind up with it.
That's what we done it for. We bought a first. This is the first boat today.
Really?
All right, we're back there, Mike, and hey, folks, you know, all I can tell you is you can get an opportunity to get over there and look around. You're going to see a whole lot of stuff. They got, and there at Reynolds Racing Marine, I tried to give you an idea of the boats they've got there. Got some Allisons, they've got Expresses, they've got the Phoenix boats, Bullets, Chuck's.
You have his pontoon too?
No, he didn't have the pontoons in there. But anyway, got all those boats there, and that Express has got 3 or 4 different versions. They got that bass and catfish job, and then they got a crappie boat, Mike, bass and crappie boat, and just so on and so forth. Man, if you're looking for an aluminum boat, I promise you, don't. If you don't try one of those out, you're missing it, because you know those things are double lined,
Yeah.
foam in between, and they, you know, you tell me all the other aluminum boat dealers that takes and puts a 250 horsepower motor on them and runs them down the lake and them 20, 22 foot long.
Mm.
Now, if that don't tell you that the transom's stout in it, then nothing will.
Yes.
And so, you know, that's all I'm saying. If you're going to buy an aluminum boat, check out what he's got, and there's all kinds of different models that you know, they got them with carpet, without carpet. That one there, that bass and catfish boat's got a wash down hose in the boat.
Yeah.
It pumps water out of the lake through that water, coiled up springy hose with a spray nozzle on it, and your boat gets dirty or you get fish in the bottom of the boat, just get that, you know, when you get ready to load it on the trailer, just wash the thing out, or if you've got it in a big mess, you can wash it right there on the lake and pump the water out.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, yeah, you know, it's
got
just
that rubber texture sprayed on some of them too.
It's
you know,
yeah,
keep you from slipping.
Non-skid, yeah, it sure has.
Tough like a bed liner and everything. So you sure ain't gonna knock no hole in it.
No, it's tough. It's a tough deal, and like I say, they got them with. You can get them with carpet or with that non-skid on them, they, you know. But do check those things out. I've been spoiled, and you know, with fiberglass boats forever, but I'll tell you what, the fiberglass boat's a lot of work to keep it up, Mike.
It sure is.
You know, I mean, you know, keeping the carpet clean and the glass clean and that. Now, I'm not saying you don't want to keep aluminum boat, but you take that aluminum boat out there and put the water hose to it and go on.
Go on, yeah, and leave it sitting out there in the backyard where that fiberglass, after a couple of years, you know, its sun's all got it faded out and everything. The carpet's gone to pieces, the seats is gone to pieces in a year and all that if you ain't got it in a garage or a basement or under some kind of shed.
Right, I agree with you. There's just a lot less maintenance to that aluminum boat. Not saying you don't need to take care of it and keep it up, but it's not like a fiberglass with carpet.
No, sir.
And they got those aluminum boats with the carpet in them. They're nice. They really are. Okay, Mike, had some announcements to make here right quick before you get too carried away. So what you're telling me, this bad weather, you may not get back on the water for a few days.
It's a looking that way.
It's a looking that way. Okay. Hey, we had the East Tennessee Sportsman Association meeting Tuesday night, first one for this 2016 year. Meeting was called to order and opened up with a prayer, and that's a good thing for that to do that. I really appreciate those people doing that there, and they got. There was mentioned about signs at the boat ramps, no fishing off the dock or off the pier, what have you, at the boat ramp. And they also brought up the idea of getting some fishing piers put in places, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Then they got their own Facebook. So all you got to do is type in the East Tennessee Sportsman Association there on Facebook, and you ought to be able to get right into their information. They're going to keep that thing full of information about what's going on, fishing, and so on and so forth, hunting, you know, just to cover it all. And let's see.
If you got any information on the fishing that you want to share with everybody, go in on there and share it with them. Put it on there. They'd be glad to see your pictures and tell us what you're doing and show us that you fish and all that, you know.
Yeah, it's a sportsman's page, and like I said, whether it be the fish, which deer season's closed, but if you've got some nice pictures you want to put on there, they'd be glad to have anything you know that you'd like to do, and send it to them there, and they'd get it up on Facebook for you and whatever.
I think turkey's coming up for long.
Turkey season's coming up for long, Mike. It sure is, without a doubt. So that'll work too.
Crappie season's in.
Crappie season is in. I agreed with that. And so renew your membership in March of this year for you members that's already members, and we'd like to have all kinds of new members. I took a bunch of flyers over to the... Okay, took a bunch of flyers to the show with me, and they're on the boat laying over there, and come by and get you a flyer. I mean, it's a restoration form for what it is what I took over there. Let's see, high school bass clubs. Rome State has a bass club. I met some bass club members in the college level from down at Bryan College, about 6 or 8 of them tonight, so be prepared for that. Let's see, I want to thank all my sponsors, every one of them, and we'll be looking forward to getting some things going with them here in the near future as the weather gets better. Anything else, Mike, you can think of?
Well, not unless I was down there drowning a minute or something, or down there casting at them smallmouth. That's really good. But I ain't heard much else on the largemouth in the last few days down at Watch Bar. I think I've heard somebody say that they caught a few on Milton Hill.
Okay. All right. Okay. Folks,
heard anything else on Norris?
Yeah, they catching some fish up there on the drop shot. Yeah, do remember my sponsors, and hope to see you at the show. If you get over there, please step by there and look me up. And God bless you. See you next week. All right, here we go.
They're stacked up overhead high. I mean, just hundreds of them. So don't forget that. And your specialty tires, your ATVs, lawn tractors, skid steers, they've got about, there ain't no doubt about it. He's got any kind of tires you're looking for, and if they don't have it, they can get it for you, I guarantee you. But they've got a bunch of different tires here in stock, and make sure you think of them if you need some tires. Folks, showing you just a few more of these tires. I'm telling you, there's a warehouse full of tires here. Also, right here, we got these trailer tires, and out of that 100 that he ordered, I don't see very many left. I was told he was going to get some more. So, if you're still needing those trailer tires, utility boat trailer tires, folks, right here be a good chance you get a good price on them, and they're nice tires. So, remember Tim's Tire, and if you're needing tires of any kind or any size, give them a shout. Thank you.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
Rodney and Kay Harback invite everyone to come on over to Rome Street Grill to experience a pleasant dining experience with them. Rodney knows how important it is to get folks back to work after lunch, so they have a speedy lunch at Rome Street Grill. They will get you in and get you out. Every day they have a special at lunch or order off the menu. So go visit the fine folks at Rome Street Grill. Call them at 865-285-6025. That's Rome Street Grill, across from Jerry Duncan Ford in Harriman. Call them at 865-285-6025.